everyone, welcome to my stop along today's hop for a cherry on top. Today's hop is Christmas or winter, so we're going to do a winter layout today. I have some of my favorite coconut swirl cardstock, and I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media on today's layout. So I'm going to grab a snowflake stamp and some acrylic blocks, some baby wipes, a paintbrush, and I'm going to use some Minte chalk paint. I'm going to start by adhering my stamps to my acrylic blocks. Now, just as a note here, I totally forgot that this month's theme for the hop was winter. And I had held off on buying any winter lines because I really want Simple Stories' new Simple Vintage collection, and it's not in the shop, it's just on pre-order. And so I decided that was the winter line I was going to buy and use for my projects. Whoops. And then this one snuck up on me. So I had to go through my stash and through the inventory over at a Cherry on Top and find a fun layout. So I have some Minte chalk paint. I am putting down layers of paint, and then before the paint dries, I am stamping my snowflake stamps into the wet paint, and you can kind of see what that does and how cool it is. This Minte paint dries ridiculously fast, so I had to kind of be quick, which is why I put my stamps right on the acrylic block, right away. This is not going to be perfectly stamped, and I'm okay with that. I don't want it to be perfectly stamped, but I don't need it to be perfectly stamped. But this is a way to kind of play with your mixed media products and your stamps in a new and fun way. And then I just wipe the paint off with a baby wipe in between stamping. I'm going to do this just on the top and bottom of my page. Another thing to note is that this Minte chalk paint, it goes on and you can see how deep and dark it is. It's going to dry back and become quite light. And then when you have the snowflakes, you're going to have a very kind of subtle look, which is totally fine because we're going to layer up on top of these borders at the top and bottom. So when it dries back, it's going to be much lighter than how it looks now. It's not going to be as contrasted. And then I am actually going to go back in for the next step and kind of stamp in more color and more stamps. So this is super fun. It's been a really long time since I've done this, and I'm actually super glad that maybe I didn't buy any specific products because it made me kind of dig into my stash and go back into a Cherry on Top's inventory and get some products that are still available in the shop that are still really good products. And I thought it would be a fun kind of challenge to myself. That's how I kind of went ahead and approached my little whoopsie. And here you can get a really good idea about how fast or how much the chalk paint kind of dries back. So now I'm coming in with that same stamp set, just washed the stamps. I even just went ahead and put the snowflakes back on the acrylic blocks. And I'm coming in with 3 different ink colors. I'm using Juniper Mist, Aquatini, and I'm going to use Spruce as well. So I'm starting with the snowflakes. And you can stamp right over top of this chalk paint. Now, when you stamp over top of the chalk paint, it does take a little bit longer to dry, and it doesn't stamp as crisp and clean, but I am okay with that because I already have those stamped snowflakes in my paint that are kind of messy and not perfect as well. So having that, bringing in kind of some of that imperfection onto the stamping, I'm totally okay with. Plus, with the nature of having mixed media, my paper is just a little warped, nothing major at all. So that is going to affect my stamping on top of the chalk paint as well. But I'm going to come in with the snowflakes in Aquatini and Juniper Mist. And if the Aquatini looks like, why is she using that color? You'll see, because I had to play a little bit of a paper game later on. And I already knew I had to play a little bit of a paper game because I didn't have anything that was going to like perfectly match a winter themed layout. So next, I am coming in with the spruce ink, and I am stamping these little evergreen boughs. And I'm stamping them in this beautiful deep dark green. I am so excited. I had a huge gap in my Catherine Pooler ink collection. I didn't have a dark green. So I got this spruce, but I think I need another one or two, like a darker, truer green. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp those all around. Off camera, I used this Sizzix Tim Holtz die, and I die cut myself some evergreen boughs and some pine cones. And here's where the Aquatini comes in. So I didn't have any winter paper. I'm going to scrapbook this adorable throwback photo of my son. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat it with these two patterns from Simple Stories Harvest Market, the 6x8 pad. So I chose, the first thing I did, all the colors for this layout, every color choice that I made came from that plaid paper in the Harvest Market paper pad. So like it has that the dark and then the dark navy, and it has the midtones and the aqua colors. And okay, that I could do for winter. I could make that work. And wood grain is always good for winter too. And from there, I went to my dies and my stamps, and I found that pinecone die, and I found that stamp set. And so that's how I started this layout. I had to just kind of stash dive for products, and then I even had to stash dive for a picture, because with me, as soon as my winter, well, first of all, I mean, it's only December 1st, but my winter photos, as soon as I take them, I'm pretty much printing them and scrapbooking them. So, and I never have a whole ton of them. I'm going to go ahead and kind of cluster these evergreen sprig die cuts around my photos. I'm using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to do this. And anything that I use in my video will be linked in the comments below. Anything that's, I should change that. Anything that is still available over at a Cherry on Top's shop will be linked in the comments down below for easy shopping. And all the links in the description box are affiliate links, which means when you click on them and use them to get to the website to make your purchase, it doesn't cost you anything extra to do that, but it helps to support my channel and what I do here on YouTube and all that good stuff. So I appreciate it when you use those links. It helps me so much. I so appreciate it. I am going to go ahead and get these beautiful sprigs and pine cones into place. And then I'm going to come back to my stamping. If you want to follow along, which you know you do, you can also find the hop lineup in the description box. You can hop along for tons of inspiration, and be sure to say hello to our newest design team member, Shannon. I cannot wait to go check out her channel today. If you comment on all the videos along the hop, you have a chance to win a $15 gift certificate to the store. And right now, they're also running prizes for the next 12 days. So every day there will be a different prize, and everybody who orders on that day is eligible to win the giveaway. And there are some, like today's giveaway is an entire collection. Like, it's a ton of product. So I highly recommend grabbing my affiliate link down below and go do a little shopping today. You might win lots of lovely, a huge prize pack too. So I'm coming back in with the stamps. I'm going to use this one. It says "You Melt My Heart," and I'm going to add that as my title. I'm also adding the cozy, kind of like a subtitle. And then I'm going to come in with more of the snowflakes and add some confetti in the areas that I feel like were a little lacking or need just a little bit. So we have all of these larger elements going on. We have our title, our photo. Now we just need those little detail pieces. And for my detail pieces, I'm just going to go ahead right back into that same stamp set and use more of it. I always love it when I can grab one stamp set and use it in multiple ways on one project. I feel like I'm really getting use out of my stamp sets that way, and yeah, I really like to do that. If at all possible, that is my goal, is to find one stamp set that I can use tons of ways on my projects. And that's how we're going to finish this up. I hope you've enjoyed my video today, and I hope that next time you want to create a themed layout, but you're a little short on specific products, take a peek into your stash. You might be able to find something as simple as a stamp set and a die, a metal die that will give you that theme, and then you can just kind of go from there. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope that you get lots of beautiful creating done in December. Talk to you all again very soon. Bye.